This week we will talk about proper core exercises, especially how they relate to weightlifting, and we will debunk some of those myths about quote-unquote core strength. So, you're walking on the beach, you see this guy with these unbelievable abs, and you're thinking, oh, he must be a great athlete. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he just does a lot of crunches and sit-ups. That doesn't necessarily make you a good athlete. Now, valid point in CrossFit, they do have WODs that require GHD sit-ups and even toes to bar, which requires somewhat of a crunch. But in Olympic weightlifting, the body is never crunched like a sit-up. So why would we want to train the body doing sit-ups to get better at Olympic weightlifting? It could actually be argued that doing sit-ups could actually make you not as good of an Olympic weightlifter because you're teaching the body to crunch over instead of keeping the torso vertical. With that in mind, we're going to give you 4 exercises that are ideal for building quote-unquote core strength, but allowing the abs to stay in a stationary position while other things are happening. Either the body is moving or staying stationary to build up that strength. And then therefore it relates much more to Olympic weightlifting and building proper core strength. First exercise, as we all know, the plank. As you can see, the athlete here gets into what we call bows and toes, where the athlete's on his elbows and on his toes, getting a flat back and putting a weight on their back and holding it between 60, 90 seconds, maybe up to 2 minutes, right? Another great exercise is what we call halting pulls. Here the athlete takes the weight just like a deadlift. We'll stand all the way up. We'll go down into a good position where their shoulders are over the bar, exactly where they need to be. And we'll hold this position with a fair amount of weight, maybe 90, 100% of their best clean. They will hold it here for 8 to 10 seconds. And what this does is it creates the core plus the lower back, which is actually the core also, to become impenetrable. You'll see a lot of Russians doing this. They love to do pulses at different positions, especially above and below the knee, to build up this core strength, which is the lower back and the abs together, right? Because the abs are remaining stationary while other parts of the body are moving or holding. Another great exercise would be the Ghd Holds. Here you'll take an athlete and have them do a hyperextension with a weight. Start with a barbell or maybe even a 15-pound barbell, and they're going to hold this position for 15, 20 seconds, maybe even 30 seconds. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow the athlete to build core strength in the back and the stomach together at the same time. As you can see, Brandon here is holding this position through the movement. Last exercise we can talk about is the athlete's going to put a weight on their shins. They're going to lift their feet off the ground, pull their knees into their chest, allow the weight to go back out. They will not let their knees touch the ground, and then bring the weight back in. Doing repetitions of maybe 12 to 15 reps with this, keeping the small of their back on the ground. But as you can see, the abs are doing the work by holding stationary while the legs are moving back and forth. This is the core strength you need, especially if you want to be a better Olympic lifter.